Doug, the commish. We got Doughboy versus Titletown, 5-5 versus 4-6, and pretty good matchup here.
Dougie, this is the game of the week right here.
Game of the week. Now let me ask you a question. He's got Jay Cutler that he's playing. Titletown is. Interesting fact about the Eagles: they give up 14 touchdowns. Over the span of this year, they have. But they've also caused 15 interceptions. Now, Cutler is trigger happy on the interceptions, so let me ask you.
He loves to throw interceptions.
Do you even consider playing David Garrard if you're Titletown here?
Absolutely, you consider it.
Consider it to the point where you actually do it?
You have to throw that in there. And you have to gather your staff together and say, listen, here's the pros and here's the cons of continuing to stay with turnover Cutler. 9 turnovers in the red zone is unacceptable, even for Titletown standards.
Yeah. Well, you got Jay Cutler versus Joe Flacco. Flacco does not have a very good matchup, and really he's looked pretty bad.
He's not playing well.
No, I mean, the last couple of weeks, I think it was 11, 0 points, and then 4. You got to get more out of your quarterback if you're hoping to make the playoffs, if you're the Doughboy here. So as bad as I hate this, I would have to take Cutler, even though I don't think either one's a very great play this week.
I'll take Flacco.
Okay.
Not by much, but I'll take the Flacco.
All right. Steve Slayton, MJD. Slayton, we're still kind of trying to figure out that whole Houston situation. They came off of a bye week. We're waiting to see what's going to happen. I was on the phone talking with a source from the Texans organization. He said he didn't get anything out of Kubiak this week.
See, that's the problem. That's one of the reasons that I got rid of Slayton. You don't know what the freak's going on. You got Moats maybe, you got Slayton maybe. They're both, I think, projected in the 6th, 7th, 8th. You don't know who's getting the ball.
Yeah.
And all that does is cause confusion and major issues. I don't really love the Slayton or Moats against Tennessee, as their run defense is pretty solid.
Okay. What about MJD? Now, your guy, Chris Johnson, last week got 39 points. It was kind of crazy. We did the whole over and under thing. He split right in the middle. Neither one of us won. That's the way life goes. But MJD, do you think he can get over 39? They haven't projected at 30. Are you taking the over?
Well, that's a great question, Dougie. Chris Johnson didn't play most of the fourth quarter and still had 39. So I'm going to say that this game is going to be closer than the 41 to -3 blowout that the Titans put on Buffalo last week. And I think that this game could actually be relatively close with the Bills circling the wagons behind this new head coach that they have. They're going to play hard for the first time in a long time. Saying all of that to say that the Jags are going to be on the field at the end of the game, needing to keep this game out of reach from the Bills.
Okay.
I'm going to say over.
I will also take the over. I do not think he will get over 40. I think he'll probably be around the 35 range is what I would expect. On the other side of things, Ray Rice against Indianapolis. Indianapolis really doesn't give up a ton of points, but I still think Ray Rice is becoming a great play for Baltimore.
He's basically all they have right now with Flacco, just in some kind of weird spell right now. Rice is the best thing they have going.
Okay, LT actually showing some signs of life last week. We know
against a team not called Oakland.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll wait and see what happens with Denver. Denver's been in a bit of a funk. They have LT for 7 points. I think I'm going to take the over on that.
I'm going over as well.
I think he'll get into double digits. I don't think it'll be too much of a stretch there. Here's what we're going to do, something a little bit different. On Titletown, pick the wide receiver matchup that you like the best.
I would have to go Fitzgerald at St. Louis, as I think you could light up St. Louis. I
could. I'm not very athletic, though.
No, you got hands. You got hands.
But anyway, okay, Larry Fitzgerald. If there was somebody that you could replace in his wide receiver slots, who would it be and why? With his bench guys, sorry.
Oh, boy. I would probably, if I had to, take Nix out.
Okay.
Maybe put some Avery in, hoping for a deep ball. A spark there. Because Nix is not really part of the plan.
No.
Hasn't been part of the plan there.
He's part of the plan if things get deflected and come off somebody's helmet.
I mean, even his points are not legit because of that giant, monstrous play. Nix might be a good play in a couple years, but not this week.
Okay.
So I might even go like somebody like Creighton or Avery, somebody that has played.
Creighton had a good week last week.
Yeah, and I think Avery did too.
Yeah.
He had upper teens or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I would do if I was forced to do something like that.
On the other side of things, which wide receiver do you like the best, and who would you replace if you had a choice?
Sidney freaking Rice.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. Has anybody else been valued higher because of the new QB than Sidney Rice?
No kidding. He's Favre has found some love with Sidney Rice.
He is absolutely in love with him.
Mm-hmm. And if you had to replace somebody?
I'd get rid of the Meacham.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe go with Steady Holt.
Yeah.
Possibly. Something like that is a possibility. But I like what the Doughboys got going on.
Okay. And let me throw this out to you. When you look at the tight ends, you've got Kellen Winslow going up against New Orleans. New Orleans has not given up a touchdown to a tight end this year. Is this the week that they do?
No. Freeman has not seen anything like what he's going to be seeing on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Williams has that Saints defense playing the 3-4, playing a 3-3-5, playing some nasty zone blitz, some man blitz.
Mm-hmm.
He's nuts. And Freeman's not going to know what hit him.
All right, so you like Davis better than Winslow here.
Absolutely.
Even though Davis had a terrible week last week.
Mm-hmm. I do.
All right. Steelers against Kansas City should be a good matchup for Jim. But on the other side of things, Cardinals against St. Louis is a way better matchup. St. Louis giving up 14 points to defenses.
And the Cardinals' run D, and correct me if I'm wrong, Stat Boy, but Cardinals' run D is phenomenal.
It's not bad. You know, when you look at the Cardinals' run defense, it seems like it's picked up over the years. They have never really been known for being a team that they were more offensive, but their defense is keeping them in games and actually looking pretty well.
I like it.
And so
could
anyway,
be bad news for Steven Jackson.
Yeah, it could be. But Steven Jackson has been steady Eddie. I mean, just really has. Even being on a bad team, he's a good player. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take Titletown in this game. I think that the MJD and Fitzgerald will probably lead the way, with a little bit of a sprinkling of the Cardinals on the side.
Well, the reason that the reason that this is the game of the week is because of how close it's going to be. Not because these two teams are worth the crap, but it is definitely going to be a close game.
Okay.
I also like the Jones-Drew matchup, as I think mid to upper 30s is a very good possibility. But for some reason, I just don't trust the GMing ability of Titletown. And I'm just looking for something to go wrong for Titletown, whether it's a broken leg on one of his guys or one of his guys misses the plane. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but something is going to go wrong for Titletown this week. Doughboy wins.
Okay. All right. Well, here's where we start. Maybe I can make up some ground on our pigskin pick'em with our picks here. Or I could lose more, perhaps. But you know what? You got to take some chances.
Yes, you do.
So anyway, I have Titletown. He has Doughboy. I'm Doug. This is the commish. We'll be right back with our next matchup.